Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Ayana of Ayana Enters the Chat. I am back with another skit. We're checking out Wayne's dad having words for Tamara's dad. Like, subscribe, and share as we get into this skit.
What? You want water or anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You not tired?
Nah, I'm be tired. Majority of the work they did over there,
Well,
Wayne them, pay them people off. They do all the work. Matter of fact, I did a lot of supervising. I don't even know why they called me to help. I wouldn't call it help. I just pretty much was in the way.
you know my son is. He like to pay people, help people out, man.
Yeah, I was.
Then he take the workload off the old man. I have no problem with it.
I was definitely admiring all of this stuff. The cars,
Oh yeah.
the landscaping, the home. I mean, well maintained. You know what I mean? Looked like he really put all his energy in making sure that the things around him, the family, his children, you know what I mean? Everybody's taken care of. That's just his DNA. If he would have dedicated more time into his character than he does the things around that he's surrounded around, he'd be a better person. What do you think, Skip?
What you mean?
Okay, Tamara's daddy, you can't talk to somebody else about their child character now. Come on, you crossing a little bit of a line. Even though Wayne's character is questionable, but you mighty bold talking to this man's daddy about his son in this way. You out of line, dude.
His character. Like,
You know what I mean, Skip?
no, I don't.
It's open information. You check out the tabloids, you look in the newspaper, articles that speak about, several wives, children, just a lifestyle, that's not indicative to having. I'm just looking out for my daughter, to be honest with you, and I see all of this and I don't want this to truly affect her way of thinking.
Yeah, that's understandable, but Joseph, you judging his reputation. My son's character is like, first of all, you don't know him like that to judge his character. You gotta get a chance to know him. Because
Skip got a point. Wayne's dad has a point. You got to get to know my son before you just come here saying you're going to judge my son. He is right. You can't. He needs to reverse the role. How would he feel if somebody came in talking about his daughter like that? Come on now. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care how much I like Tamara's daddy. He was dead wrong for this. You in this man's house in front of this man's daddy and you talking trash about this man. You can't do that.
There's one thing I know, my son, his character is bigger than his money. And like, yeah, he probably got a reputation with women, but every woman that he dated, that he's not with anymore, he left them better than what he found them.
You're probably right. With the finances that you have, you probably really accommodate them the best way they possibly can be. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not just talking about finances. We're talking about their heart. Women that came in with open heart to do the right thing, to come into their lives, and they get dumped. And it's hard to pick up. I don't know about you, but I've been hurt picking up the pieces of my life. Imagine it happens to a woman, that she has to come from the ground up and establish herself once again. You know the feeling.
Well, my son,
that is true. He's hurt a lot of these women, but again, you can't do this in this man's house with his dad. It'd be different if they came over to your joint and you had this conversation. But you in their spot, you can't do that.
Come into a woman's life, he don't just bring happiness. He come in with a purpose. Because happiness will fade, but purpose stays. I mean,
Sure, we could agree to disagree.
I guess
don't judge somebody's character that you don't know, Joseph.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over the thing, y'all. I got a little irritated. He can't come in these folks' house talking this nonsense. If you're gonna do that, you need to step out. He ain't fit you right now. You know nothing that this man has done to your daughter to disrespect your daughter. You don't know of anything right now. There is something he's done, but you don't know that right now. So you can't. You need to sit back in observation mode and have these conversations with your daughter in private. You don't have conversations like this where you are right now. That is wrong.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not gonna let your words change my character either.
Mm.
Nor I'm not gonna let your words control my action.
You know, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, Skip. You're speaking for your son, and I know it's coming from your heart. I'm speaking for my daughter. Since she was a little girl, I raised her to be a queen. I took the time out. I burned the midnight oil, making sure that I was able to inject her with the idea that she's special, she's different. And now, as a grown woman, you could see that in her life. People see her and they greet her because she is that light out there. I'm just trying to salvage that. I'm just trying to hone into that.
Yeah. Well, Joseph, the difference is that between me and you, because where I come from, we don't judge people. You raise your daughter to be a queen, but God raised my son to be a king. That's all I got to say. And just remember, happiness fades, but purpose stays.
There's so many emotions and so many things within this skit. Tamara's dad was wrong with the energy that he greeted Wayne's father with. They were having a civil conversation and he went and tried to slide in shade. He was wrong for that. Have this conversation with your daughter when you are with your daughter by herself. I do like the way Wayne's father handled it, and when he said he was not going to let him take him out his character, meaning I want to kick your butt right now, but I'm not going to touch you because I'm better than that. So I'm not going to let you pull me into acting outside of myself. So I appreciate Wayne's father for that. Like I told y'all, I'm not a fan of Wayne and Tamara being together. I'm a fan of Tamara coming up, but I don't want her to come up in this way with Wayne because Wayne has not proven himself to be legitimately interested in her. He almost had me, but then when I realized he got her around all these women who he has dated, and now she talking to him, inviting him to this party, and she has no clue. He got her looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Granted, he don't like parties, and she been warned of that. But at the end of the day, when he was introducing her to these people, there should have been a secondary conversation. I just want you to know I used to date XYZ person, but then I hired them, or then they became my business partner. He has not done that with anybody. The only reason why he's had this conversation about Amber now is because Amber went off on her, put her out of her house, and then she talked to Shayla about it, and Shayla told her the real deal between Amber and Anthony. I mean, Amber and Wayne. That's the only reason. So Tamara dad was wrong in this situation. He should have came at this a total different way. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. And while we're down here chatting about it, let's make sure we be about it. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And until the next skit, peace and a whole lot of hair grease so he can slide his way on that Rain's house so he can get himself together. For real, for real.